So Supergirl was directed by Craig Gillespie and stars Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa. And in this movie, it features Millie Alcock once again returning as Cora Zor-El, also known as Supergirl, and she joins forces with an unlikely companion on a journey of revenge and justice when an unexpected strikes a little too close to home for her. So this was a movie that I wasn't entirely looking forward to. It looked like it could be fun, looks like it could be interesting. I think I liked the second trailer more than the first trailer. It actually kind of got me excited, and I actually kind of liked the music in that trailer more. Also, when I saw Superman, Millie Alcock's performance as Cora, as Kara, I thought it was good. I kind of want to see more of her character and such, and I was surprised that they were going full steam ahead with a new Supergirl movie almost immediately. I'm like, wow, that was fast. Okay. And now, having seen the movie, I can say, Millie Alcock is the best part about this movie, but everything else about this movie I felt was just lackluster. I don't know what kind of happened with this movie, but this movie is just kind of dull and lifeless, if I'm being honest. So let's start off with things I do like in this movie. First off, the lead actress, Millie Alcock, I thought was really good in this movie. I thought her character arc was interesting. It was cool to see David Cornsweet again as Superman. Also, it was just great to see Krypto again. He's a good boy. There are some intriguing ideas that are sprinkled throughout this movie, like some unique styles they want to take, like some movies that they kind of want to reference in a weird way. Like, I kind of got like Western vibes at times. So it's like, okay, that's kind of different. Also, there's some things that happen with Krypton that are kind of interesting. Like, all right, wonder what they're gonna go with that. They don't really go anywhere with that. That's pretty much all my pros about this movie, because pretty much everything else about this movie I thought was just very underwhelming. First off, let's talk about some of the other actors. Eve Ridley is kind of Supergirl's companion throughout this entire movie, and I felt her character was just very boring. I didn't think her character was that interesting. The main villain, played by Matthias Schoenaerts, I apologize if I mispronounced her name, but the lead villain of this movie, I thought he was terrible. Like, he is so forgettable. Arguably, just one of the lamest villains I've seen in a superhero movie in a while. And also the most disappointing of this movie, Jason Momoa. Like, you can tell at times that he is having a lot of fun playing Lobo, but I felt like they didn't use his character a whole lot in this movie. I wish he was in this movie more, or maybe they could have made him the villain of this movie, and it felt like they kind of wanted to, but it just didn't work. The pacing of this movie I also didn't care for. This movie is actually shorter than Superman by maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. But I swear, this movie felt longer than Superman. I was shocked, because, like, I'm just thinking, it's like, when is this movie going to be over? Please be over. With Superman, I didn't want it to end. I actually really enjoyed Superman. And, you know, with a different director than the first Superman movie, and it's like, kind of going in a different direction, it's like, maybe some things just didn't work out overall. Also, I didn't care for a lot of the action sequences in the movie. A lot of them were kind of, you either couldn't see what was really going on, or they kind of just loop around so much. I honestly don't even think I saw the lead actress's face for any of the action sequences, which, yeah, I know they use stunt people and such. Let's hope they use stunt people for this. But you can tell that they're using stunt people. Also, at the same time, it's just going by way too fast. You can't even really see the action for the majority of the time. And so it's just very underwhelming. Also, I felt like the movie was pretty tonally inconsistent. Like, there were some moments where it's like it's supposed to be very serious, and there are some moments where they try to be funny, but it's just not very funny, and it's actually just kind of lifeless. To me, I felt like a lot of this movie just didn't really have much of an identity or really anywhere to go, and I just felt like it was just kind of a slog to get through. Like, this movie should have been at least somewhat fun. You know, at least some of the other not so great superhero movies, like I just talked about Amazing Spider-Man 2, but there are some memorable moments in that movie where I was actually kind of laughing at some of the scenes in that movie. But this movie, I don't think I laughed at anything. I don't think I really thought, even if there was something that was like so bad it's good, there was nothing in this movie that made me go, yeah, that was memorable in not the way they expected it, but at least it was memorable. I think this is going to be one of the more forgettable superhero movies in recent years. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are probably going to compare this to the Marvels, which I at least remember stuff from the Marvels almost 2 years later, where, I'm going to be honest, I saw Supergirl this afternoon, and most of the stuff I'm kind of just forgetting. And I think that's actually kind of worse. Like, was it better to be memorable in a bad way, or to be bland in a forgettable way? I don't know which is worse. But I feel like this movie is kind of a step down from what they did with Superman, And I felt like while that movie was really good, this movie is just kind of mediocre at best. So again, Millie Alcock, again, I felt she kind of commanded the entire movie, and mainly her arc is very interesting. But everyone else in this movie was just kind of lackluster, from the lead, from the supporting characters to the villain to even Jason Momoa. I thought they were just very underwhelming. It is, the action sequences are just very bland and just very uninteresting. It's tonally inconsistent. The pacing is off. Not much really matters in this movie because I feel like they were trying to do a few different things in this movie. There was like one funny moment where it's like a fight scene between Supergirl and this creature and such, and she's like, "Look, I'm bleeding." Like, okay, that was funny, but everything else just felt like it was lifeless, and they were just going through the emotions. It just felt like they didn't really have an identity of what they wanted to do. But there were some intriguing ideas, and it was really great to see David Cornsweet again. But I just felt like this movie was just kind of a step down from Superman. I'll give Supergirl 2 out of 4 stars. Stream it. So, who is your favorite member in DC? Superman, Batman, whoever it may be, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. This is Pat. Stay safe.